Good morning, family, soul family, people out there. Do you know what? I'm going through this, whatever it is. We're constantly evolving. We're constantly well, if we choose to, right? There's a river constantly flowing. We can choose to be in it, or we can be on the sidelines, just watching or waiting, and the water keeps running by us and by us and by us and by us. I'm constantly in this river. Put me in this river and let me grow. But when you get in the river of your own divine purpose and destiny, the other day I had this time with spirit where I saw the stars and I was able to understand that the stars all speak, and I had this wonderful appreciation for astrologists or people that are in tune correctly, that they are actually hearing the stars speak. The stars have a language of their own, and I was kind of remembering on some level I can hear the stars, or I can understand what the stars are saying. Like they had these little muffled voices, and my chief was saying to me, no, you need to remember you can speak to the stars. And then as soon as he said that, I looked up and there was this star bright as bright in front of me, and it was the North Star. That's all I knew. It was the North Star, and it was my star, and it was my North Star. And as soon as I was aware of it, it started to burrow this light into my ajna, into my third eye, and it was speaking and downloading all these codes to me, and I was like, ooh. And since that's happened, there's always like an adjustment or some form of recalibrating yourself. For me, it was what I spoke about the other day, having this experience of having to come back into my body, and my body not matching the energy or the frequency of my evolved soul, of the awareness of all the things that I can do. It couldn't fit back into my body without my body and my cells and the trauma. It needed to adjust to be a mirror image, as above so below. And what am I saying here? Every time you have these type of experiences where your soul expands, like outside of this body, you're an infinite soul, an eternal soul. There's no Rebecca Knight, there's no name, there's no, sometimes I almost want to be nameless because it doesn't really fit. Here I'm called Rebecca Knight, but that's not who I am as a soul. As a soul, I'm this multifaceted, all-powerful, all-knowing being, and I'm slowly having to bring her into this vessel and speak and speak and speak of the experience to crack open and speak to others, to give you that essence of knowing. Just know, sometimes it can feel like you're speaking a foreign language, but those that understand, it will speak to the soul. It's not speaking to the mind, it's speaking deep within you into your soul. And spirit is really clearly saying, every time you have these stretches, it's like, ooh, I'm having a stretch outside of my body, and I'm remembering and receiving. Then it's coming back and integrating it into this vessel so that I can act. There's an action that has to take place once you've brought that energy, or you brought that awareness or that understanding back into your body. Then these hands have a responsibility, this mouth has a responsibility, my body has a responsibility to follow in line, in order, systematic order, as above so below. Now my body has a responsibility to respond to that which I know. And I know that something is taking place right now that cannot quite be seen with the physical eyes, but it can be sensed with the soul. There is a battle going on, my friends. And I used to be like, well, is it really that serious? There is a battle going on. And the battle is for us not to wake up. The battle is to stay in a lukewarm space where you call it spirituality, but actually it's just a bit of a fashion. It's just a bit of an accessory that you wear. It's not the ones that are throwing themselves in 159% saying, I'm here for the big stuff. I'm here for a reason, and I can't be distracted. There's so many distractions going on right now, so many distractions to distract you from your soul. Negative things will be coming at you. I've been falling short of it a bit in the last couple of days, whack to the side, more heavy. So dull sometimes to be in this body, in this world, in this life, when I'm aware of the beauty, the joy, the passion, the all-consuming love that exists, and sometimes I just want to check out, be like, it's too much. The comparison between these two realms sometimes is like black and white, and I don't know what to do with it. And spirit's like, you can't give up. Your whole point is that you're pulling it in. You're pulling heaven down into earth. How? In this body, in this voice, by sharing the experiences, by sharing the energy. You know, sometimes I don't even have to talk. I could just sit here. Could just sit here. But part of my gift is the voice. It's the voice. It's coming through my vocal cords and sharing what I see and feel and experience, for you to wake up, for you to understand that which is truth, that which is the all-knowing of who you are. And what did you come here for? What did you come here for? There's a battle going on for your soul right now, and you can sleep and you can switch off, or you can be drowned by negative experiences, because I tell you, I could be drowning right now. I could be drowning, but I choose not to. I choose to stand firm, and I choose to say that will not affect my soul. That will not affect my soul. Those arrows will not penetrate my auric field. They will not penetrate and bring me down. All those weapons formed against you will not prosper unless you allow them into your mind and you start to believe the narrative that they come to say. They're lies. It's a lie. Whatever you're facing right now and you're thinking, I'm overcome, I'm undone, I've fallen and I can't get back up, it's a lie. I want you to say it with me, that you are an overcomer. You are able to overcome everything that you believe impossible. All things are possible, even that which appears impossible. There are people here right now that are in jobs they hate. There are people right now that are financially feeling you're in deficit. You're never going to get out of the treadmill. You'll stop looking with your eyes, and I challenge you to go within and to start believing that which you see with your eyes is just an illusion. This literally like a hologram. How as within, so without. I tell myself every day, I'm rich. And I'm not talking just money, I'm talking abundant. I am rich. Everything is provided for me that I need to accomplish my soul purpose. And I know that I'm abundant. And that's starting to manifest itself around me in a physical capacity. I'm not here for material things. I'm not a material girl living in a material world. I just know that life is so much easier when you're not having to worry about finances. Life is so much easier for you to just live the life that you're here to do if you're not having to worry about putting food on the table. Like, you're distracted by these things away from your soul purpose. So start speaking into your life and believing that if you're in a job you hate, start feeling into what you want to be feeling into. How do you want to feel at work? What type of work? What do you look like? What are you doing? Because ultimately you are the creator of your life. And I've been in those places where I've heard people speak like this and say, what a load of baloney. I don't believe it. I don't know how to access that. You access it by believing it. Faith is believing, not seeing. The things are not going to appear to you until you've matched your energetics to that thing. That is faith. That is faith. I just want to encourage people today, because I believe that there is some oppression coming over those of us that know that our soul is wanting to move forwards, and it keeps us stuck when we keep having these things side rail us and disappoint us and bring us down like we're carrying around heavy rocks. Throw off all that hinders you from running the race set before you. And we need each other to encourage one another, because I tell you, we can't all do it by ourselves. We need to be encouraging and fueling one another. Ecclesiastes, when one falls and there's no one to lift them up, woe is that person. But if there are two, one falls, the other lifts up, and vice versa. You need friends. You need to align with people that are on the same soul feeling as you, same vibration, people that will understand what you're talking about and say, yeah, go for it. I believe you. I'm standing by you. I support you. Keep doing that thing that you're doing. Not those that will say, hang on, why are you doing that? That's the opposed, you haven't got a job, but you've left your job. Well, if spirit is calling you somewhere, it's a walk of faith. Tune in and trust. Meditate. Sit with yourself. Pray. Get yourself reconnected to the source, and all these things shall be added unto you. I'm on a today. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I want to support you. And if you need anything, reach out, because that's what I'm here for. Spark the fire. Ignite the fire within your soul. You're not here for a 9-to-5 boring, dissatisfied life. You're here for a reason. I love you today.